In 1992, in a village in Thailand, American Tom, his daughter Stella, and his wife Duongpong spend the afternoon in the countryside. They talk about the origin of the universe, and while Tom takes a more scientific view of the subject, Duongpong believes in the origin according to his religion. Afterwards, the three of them take part in a village ritual in honor of Dan Hai, a powerful mystical entity. According to legend, humans invaded her kingdom and stole one of her rings, with Dan Hai punishing them with years of famine and drought. Since then, the villagers have performed this ritual as a way of asking the entity for forgiveness and bringing prosperity back to the village. Finally, Stella and her mother reach a sanctuary in the forest, when they hear a frightening roar, which seems to come from the statue of Dan Hai, made of raw meat. Nevertheless, the villagers just follow the ritual, and at the end of the day mother and daughter return home with Tom. On the way, Stella notices her uncle, Lamnoon, watching the forest intently, as if he knew where that roar came from. When night comes, Tom takes advantage of the fact that his wife and daughter are asleep and enters the forest, equipped with a kind of bracelet. He approaches the site of the shrine, where he sees pieces of meat scattered among the branches of the trees. Tom then encounters Dan Hai, a monstrous creature, who devours the meat statue and disappears into the darkness of the forest. Soon after, he hears a noise and looks around to find Stella, who had followed her father in hiding. Fortunately, she didn't see the creature and Tom says he'll take her back home, but first he needs to get something from the forest. As they walk for a while, they see a bright light in the distance and Tom leaves his daughter in a small hut nearby. Afterwards, he hands her a communicator and tells the girl that if he doesn't return soon, she should call for help using the code Bravo 123. The girl obeys and Tom heads towards the light, when his bracelet begins to react, causing a mysterious artifact protected by several rings to descend onto his hand. However, just as he was about to grab it, Dan Hai reappears and Tommy points his gun at her. The creature leaves, but the object begins to move away from Tom and emits a powerful beam of light, opening a gigantic portal in the sky. Stella runs to see if her father is all right, but there is no sign of him nearby, and seconds later, dozens of bodies begin to fall from the portal. Frightened, the girl goes back to the hut and sends out the emergency call, but when one of the bodies falls into the hut, she runs out of the forest towards the village. 31 years later, Stella now works in a museum and is giving a presentation to visitors about the solar system. However, because of a mistake made by her supervisor, the young woman is wrongly blamed and fired from her job. To make matters worse, she hasn't had a place to live since her divorce and keeps moving house, along with her young daughter called Valen. The two are having dinner at a diner when Stella receives a call from her cousin Ethi, telling her that Duongpong has been admitted to hospital.